Hollywood is a great city to live in, but like any other city, you have to know where you should be and where you should not. But what if you live in another state or another country? How would you choose an area when you don't know the city very well? My friends, that's why I'm here, because in this video we'll go over the entire Hollywood map. We'll discuss in detail each Hollywood neighborhood so you know what are the good and not so good areas, because yes, Hollywood has bad areas as well. We will also touch on driving times to major cities and attractions, schools, and a lot more, so make sure you watch until the end of this video. I'm super excited to spend the next few minutes with you, and thank you. My name is Jesus Balbuena, I'm a realtor in South Florida, and every single day I help people like you on their questions about moving and investing in South Florida, and I love it. So please reach out if you have any questions. This is my realtor information. Please subscribe if this is your first time on the channel, and see you on the computer. Hollywood is very well located in South Florida. It is 25 miles to the north of Miami, 10 miles south of Fort Lauderdale, and about 50 miles away from West Palm Beach. These three are the biggest cities in South Florida, so you can have that as a reference. The population in Hollywood is 152,000 people. 23% of the population are 65 and older. That's why you will see a lot of 55 and older communities, especially here in this area of Hillcrest. And I think it's great. It gives a balance to the city. The area of Hollywood, you can see right here, the city limits is 31 square miles. It is the third largest city in Broward County, behind Fort Lauderdale and Pembroke Pines. Now, as you know, Fort Lauderdale is the big city in the area, while Pembroke Pines is more of a suburban type of city. So if you prefer the city, you want to be close to the beach, the downtown, the restaurants, and the traffic, you should definitely go to the east side of Hollywood. But if you want more of a suburban type of life, then the west is more fit for you. Hollywood Hills or Emerald Hills are good options. But we'll talk about all the neighborhoods later, so make sure you stick around. Now, Hollywood being so well located, as I told you, you will find a lot of ways to access to the city. You primarily have the Florida Turnpike. Right here, this is a toll you have to pay, and the I-95. You also have 441 and the US 1, but these two are more useful to travel locally because you may find a lot of traffic in these two. Now, all of these, they go from south to north. The only one that goes from the east to the west is this one you see right here, 595, which is somehow close to Hollywood. So I'm pretty sure you will use it a lot if you end up moving to Hollywood, okay? Now, let's do some driving times. Let's say you want to go to the Miami International Airport, okay? This would be the route you would be taking. It takes about 30 minutes to get there, but it all depends on the traffic. If you find some traffic, it could be 45 minutes. If you find a lot of traffic, it could be even an hour. So it all depends on what time you leave. You have to pay this toll you see right here. Well, you don't have to pay actually. This Highway 112, it's about 80 cents or $1. Like I said, you don't have to pay. You can use 36th Street, but it'll be about 20 minutes more. So I don't really think it's worth to not use the toll. Now, let's say you want to go to the Miami downtown, which is where the Miami Heat is, the arena. The Miami Heat arena is. It's a similar distance and time, 29 or 34 minutes, depending if you use the toll or not. But again, it all depends on the traffic. If we do this at 4 or 5 p.m., it could be 45 minutes or so. Okay, so now let's go to the Fort Lauderdale Airport. As you can see right here, this is one of the perks of living in Hollywood, only 40 minutes away, and you don't have to use the highway. So it's very convenient. And I would prefer the Fort Lauderdale Airport over the Miami Airport any given day. Less traffic, less congestion, and it goes everywhere as well. So it's a no-brainer to me, to be frank. Okay, now let's go to downtown Fort Lauderdale. Downtown Fort Lauderdale. And again, it's pretty close, 20 minutes in average to get there, 24 if you don't use the highway. So it's pretty close. Now let's find some shopping, okay? I like the Saugus Mills Mall. I think it's the best mall in South Florida. You can find pretty much any brand in here, even the luxury brands. And it's an okay distance to Hollywood. You have to use the 595, as I told you, and it takes 26 minutes to get to downtown Hollywood. So pretty nice location. Now, I know some people are really interested in the Miami Dolphins Stadium.
I never been there. I grew up watching baseball and football, what some of you may call soccer. But I guess I gotta go. Living in here, I kind of have to. So it'll take about 25 minutes to get here. The Miami Dolphins Stadium is to the very north of the Miami-Dade County, while Hollywood is to the very south of the Broward County. So it's pretty much like a step away. And you don't have to use the highway. I prefer not to use the highway. I feel safer using the regular streets. So I really try to avoid all the highways. Now let's talk about the schools in Hollywood. As I told you in my other video about Hollywood, well, you can find good quality schools in the area, such as the Hollywood Academy Arts of Science, the Ben Garland Charter School, and the Hollywood Hills Elementary. The truth is, Hollywood is not known for having the best schools in the area. So a lot of people take their kids to the west side of the county, which is where the best schools are. So if you go from Hollywood to the west side of Miramar, it'll take you about 30 minutes. If you go to Weston, which is where I think the best schools are, it'll be about 30 or 35 minutes using the 595 highway. Now let's go to the fun part of the video, which is where we discuss all of the neighborhoods. And we start with West Hollywood, which is this orange area you see right here. You have to be really careful if you want to move to this area because things can really change from one corner to the other. Okay, this is the lowest household income area in Hollywood, but you can still find some pretty good neighborhoods. Boulevard Heights can be an option, and also this area around here is pretty nice as well. However, I really suggest you to avoid this area you see right here around the 441 and the Floirda Turnpike. This is where the highest crime rate is in Hollywood, so just think it twice if you want to move here. Okay, the median sales price in this area is $440,000. You will find mostly single families and a lot of multi-family properties, condos, not really that many. And one of the main attractions in this area is, of course, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You should definitely come here if you ever visit Hollywood. Now let's go to the neighborhood, to the next neighborhood, which is Hollywood Hills. And it's pretty crazy, you know. Let me tell you something. To me, Hollywood Hills is one of the best neighborhoods in Hollywood, but it's next to West Hollywood, which is not one of the best. And the only thing that divides these two is 56th Avenue, okay? So if you are here on this side in Hollywood Hills and you cross 56th Avenue, you will notice the difference immediately. So if you want to stay in Hollywood Hills, I strongly suggest to stay to the east of 56th Avenue, okay? Now, all of this area is mostly single families. You will have some condos around this area, not really that many multifamily. I don't know if there is any, to be honest. And you have the Memorial Regional Hospital and the Children's Hospital. These two are a major source for qualified jobs in the area as well, okay? And you have the Hollywood Hills Elementary Schools, which is, this one has a very good reputation in the area. So that's a great option. The median sales price in this area is $530,000, but if you take into consideration only the single families, the price will be $610,000. So it's pretty nice. I strongly suggest this one. And look, we have here a golf course. All of the shops are in Hollywood Hills and in Sheridan Street. All in the middle will be residential areas, okay? Now, let me talk quickly about Hillcrest. This is a 55 and older area. You can see some other buildings that are not 55 and older, some townhouses as well, but it is mostly 55 and older. Hillcrest, the Beverly Hills condominium, all of these are 55 and older. Of course, real estate for older people is a little bit cheaper. They have center restrictions, but I think this area is great, and rightfully so. You have hospitals nearby, so it's a good option for the senior community. Okay, now let's go to the next one, which is Emerald Hills, right above Hollywood Hills. This is another great area. The median sales price in here is $500,000, but if you take into consideration only single families, the median sales price will be $710,000. So as you can see, we're going up a little bit more. And like Hollywood Hills, this is mostly residential, single family. You will find some condo communities, of course. and all of the shops are in Sheridan Street and Sterling Street. Now, Emerald Hills is known for having a big Jewish community, so you will find a lot of Mediterranean food all around Sterling Road, especially. And I think it's pretty good. I like it. I love it. And you also have the T-Way Park, which is a great option if you want to enjoy some nature with the family. I've been there. It's awesome. Okay.
Now let's go to the most diverse area in Hollywood, which is this area. You will see right here, 33020, which is the biggest one as well. Now the trick here is the more east you go, the better the area is. So if you stay east of US 1, you will be in the better area, but this area right here can be nice as well. The one you have to be careful with is this square you see right here between 26th Avenue and Dixie Highway. The crime rate here is a little bit higher, so be careful. However, if you stay close to Hollywood Boulevard, you should be fine. There is a lot of new construction going on. Everything is changing, so this area right here, you should be fine. Now, another trick that I'll tell you, in this area right here, the land size is bigger. Typically in Hollywood, you will see houses with a lot size from 5,000 to 8,000, more or less. But in this little area, you see right here, the houses, they have 15,000, 20,000 square feet on the land size. So if you like to have your space, this might be a good area for you. I also want to point out that this is a great area for investors. Everything's changing rapidly, growing incredibly fast. There is a new construction going on everywhere. And I mentioned this on the other video I made about Hollywood. This is great for either residential or commercial investors. As you know, there are plenty of restaurants that are building like 2 or 3 rental buildings in the area. So everything is gonna explode. And in fact, I would say that downtown Hollywood is one of the top 5 neighborhoods in South Florida to invest. I really think so. So you may find a great opportunity in here. The single family, the sales price for a single family, the median is $450,000. But you will find here single families, multi-families, and condos, a lot of those all around the area. So that's why I say it's really diverse. You can find pretty much everything in here. Now let's go to the other neighborhood, which is Hollywood Lakes, and it's right next to it. Now Hollywood Lakes, first of all, I gotta say something. This is my favorite neighborhood in Hollywood. I like the beach, so to me, this is a no-brainer. The houses are nice, and the beach, of course. So Hollywood Lakes starts from 14th Avenue, which divides from the zip code 33020. Is mostly single family residential. I think there are a few condos around here, but not that many. It's mainly single family. The other condos will be by the beach, of course, and all the commercial area will be by the beach, of course. But you know, this is mainly restaurants, clubs, and everything, things that are more catered to the tourists. If you want to go shopping, let's say to the supermarket and everything, you will have to go to the downtown, which is less than a mile away. You have the Publix, the Walgreens, different shops, also restaurants. So I think it's really well located. The median sales price for a house in this area for a single family is $786,000. And comparing to other cities that are close to the beach in South Florida, I think the prices here are really competitive. So I think there is still a chance to get you a house close to the beach. And like I said, this is my favorite neighborhood. This is the safest neighborhood as well. So I really like it. I really like it. As you can see, Hollywood has a bit of everything. That's why I decided to make this video for you. I hope you find this useful. Please reach out if you have any questions. Make a comment. What do you think of Hollywood? And see you in the next one. Hasta la vista.